Hi guys, this is Luther from Luther's Woodworking. If you're first coming to my channel, thanks for stopping by. What I'm going to do today is just talk a little bit about some projects I've done. These are all Steve Good projects. You can get his projects at scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com. It's not going to be a build. It's just going to be me talking about some of these projects I've done. If you go to his website, he's got hundreds of patterns that you can download. He's also got where you can buy a CD with all his patterns on. You can get it on a thumb drive. He's got a lot of information on his website, so make sure you stop by his website to check that out. But I just wanted to show you some of the stuff I've built, because sometimes you look at a pattern or of somebody that designed a pattern and it really don't it doesn't look good. You don't know what it looks like when it's done. You're just looking at the pattern. So I thought maybe I'd just show you some of the stuff I've done from Steve Good. And once you see it done, that might inspire you to take up scroll sawing or actually do a certain pattern that you thought might not look the greatest just by looking at the paper pattern. But once you see the project done, it's a pretty good looking project once you get it done and stained and painted and all that. So we're just going to go through a couple of these projects here and hope that inspires people to start scroll sawing or work on some stuff that they thought that maybe they couldn't do. So we're going to start out here. And let me say too, a lot of Steve Good's patterns are very easy for new scroll sawers to work on. They're not really super hard. I've been scroll sawing for about 40 years, so I'm always up for a challenge. But let's just get started on some of these projects that I've done with Steve Good. We'll start with this right here, this dinosaur head, this skull. Very easy project. When you download this project, you're probably going to get 5 or 6 pages of this pattern right here. There's some of them are the same, some are a little different. But all it is basically is just 5 pieces, 5 pieces of wood laminated together to get this thick skull. And you can see it's pretty thick. It's 3.5 inches thick. So, and there's very few inside cuts. Here's a couple inside cuts on the outside here, but pretty easy for somebody that's just first starting out on scroll sawing. And if you do make a mistake on this, it's really no big deal, because dinosaur bones have holes in them. They might be broke. If you would break off a tooth, it really wouldn't hurt. You could just leave it like that. So you can make mistakes on this, and nobody's going to know. It's just it's a skull. And he's got this in a couple different sizes. He's got this size right here. And let me just take a measurement here. This is actually, it's about 7 1/4 by 10 inches long. So it's a pretty good size skull. And if you're someone that likes dinosaurs, or if your kids like dinosaurs, decoration in their room, this would look good sitting on their dresser. He's got this size right here. And then he's got also some smaller ones that you can do. Same thing, just a little smaller. And these are actually still made out of 1/2 inch. Actually, this is made out of 1/2 inch plywood, the small one. And I just looked. These are actually, so this big one's actually made out of 3/4 inch thick plywood, I believe. Yeah, 3/4 inch thick plywood. It says on the pattern when you, it's been so long since I've made this, but it says on the pattern when you download this pattern, it's got all the information on it. So you got that size, you got this size right here. This is only about, 5 inches by 4 inches, something like that. Now you can enlarge these or make them smaller if you want. You can paint them and stain them different colors. Here's one I did. I tried to make it look like an old bone, a little white and gray and stuff on it, So it's a pretty neat little pattern if you like making dinosaurs and bones and stuff. So we'll set that aside. We'll grab something else here. He also has these Christmas trees. He's got them 3 different sizes. He's got a large, medium, and small. And again, you can make these any size you want. Now, I've made a ton of these trees. They're basically just all these different star patterns, all different sizes, and they just stack on top of each other to create this tree. There is a base on it right here, a round base, and then there's a 1/4-inch dowel that goes from the bottom all the way up through to the top here, and then you just slide all the pieces right on. It's pretty easy. No inside cuts, just a little bit of drilling. I made a lot of these just out of scrap wood. Very easy for a beginner scroll saw if you want to just make a decoration at your house for a Christmas tree decoration. Here you got, if you can see it, you got the small one right here, and then the medium, you got a little tiny one right here. So it makes a nice little arrangement of Christmas trees. I still got my price tags on here. But anyway, it's a very easy project. Now, you can leave this angel off that's on top of this tree. You could leave it off, or you could put it on. There's just a hole drilled in the bottom of this angel where the dowel goes up inside. But it's very easy to make. Scrap wood. This is made out of just scrap pine that I had laying around. You can see the pieces are pretty small, so you can get a lot of these parts out of a lot of scrap wood. So another easy project from Steve Good. May not look the greatest if you're just looking at the paper pattern, but once you get it done, you can stain these trees. Here I got one. This is stained a red, and I left a natural color in between. You can do them any colors you want. It's just crazy how these look after they're done, and it's just scrap wood. So that is another good Good project you can work on, and I will be making more of these. Another one is another easy one, and I like doing bugs, spiders, skeletons, ants. I think he's got some scorpions in his pattern library too. But here is a lizard that I did from Steve Good. Very easy. It's just 3 layers of different shapes laid on top, and then it's got this fin here that goes inside. I believe there's only one inside cut on this whole project. This one I stained kind of dark, so you can see. You can paint these, stain these all different colors. I got some painted green, yellow, and kids see these, they like them. They're pretty easy to make. Like I say, there's only 1 or 2 inside cuts on this whole piece here, and again, this is made out of 1/8 inch Baltic birch plywood, so it's fairly small pieces. You can get a lot of these out of a piece of plywood. Another good project from Steve Good. Okay, now we have, here's the scorpion I was telling you about. This is another easy project. It does have a little bit more inside cuts on it because you got to fit these legs. You actually got to fit these legs inside some holes. You can't really mess these up. I mean, nobody's going to know if you didn't exactly follow the line on it. But and once you put it together, the legs, they snap right in there. And then I paint mine black. So it makes a nice little scorpion. He's also got ants and different other bugs too you can do. Here is a spider he's got. He's got this in, and I want to say too, on this scorpion, he's got this in a couple different sizes. He's got a large one and a small one. You can enlarge this, make it smaller, any size you want. He's also got these spiders. Now these are great for Halloween if you want, or if you know somebody that likes spiders, or just for a decoration. This is also the same type of thing as a scorpion. It's just some layered pieces that are cut out and stacked on top of each other. And then it's got the legs that fit in little holes along the side right here. And I found making these spiders, I make about 10 of these at a time when I do make them. But you pop the legs in them holes and you just put them in however they fit in, however they look. that's how it's going to be, because no two spiders are going to be the same. Here's one I did. It's brown. I painted it brown, or stained it brown. And if you lay these side by side, the legs are different. They're not always the same. Some legs will stick up higher than the others. They're not all going to sit level. So every spider you do is going to be different. Just depends on how you glue this leg in on the side of the spider. And this one, you can't really see it, but I did spray some sparkly stuff on the spider. So yeah, these are fun to make too. I've got probably about 25, 30 of these spiders made. So that is another fun Steve Good project to do. Let me see here. Gnomes. Gnomes are real popular. People are making a lot of gnomes nowadays. They're kind of coming back in the making. So this is a lady gnome here of Steve Good. He's also got Santa Claus. He's got Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus gnomes. He's got larger gnomes than this. They're a little smaller pieces to cut, but not really too bad. And it's just a half-inch. The main body is half-inch, and then you got all these layered pieces that glue on top to create that. Now, you'll find that all this different color of wood of items I'm showing you, I don't use different types of wood. I've used oak, maple, mahogany, walnut, things like that. But a lot of times I just use pine. And what I'll do is just stain it different colors to make it look like it's different types of wood. So that's one thing you can do, and you don't have to buy the expensive wood. Here's one we painted. A little gnome there that we painted. And then also what's really nice, he's got these little tiny gnomes. And I really like making these. These are really tiny gnomes. And these are fun to make, and they don't take much wood to make these. I mean, if you got scrap wood, this is made out of 1/4-inch plywood. Very small pieces. I mean, if you look at the size of this compared to my hand, it's a very small gnome, but very cute and easy to make. No inside cuts. Just cut out these small pieces and glue them together, and you got a couple gnomes. You can paint and stain these any color you want. Great little project to work on. Okay, so another project that he does on his website, he's got a lot of baskets. Here's a heart-shaped basket. It's a layered, it's got all these different layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers on it. It's got the top ring, and it's got the bottom right here, but it's got these layers in the middle that are cut to make it look like a basket. And they're just laid on top of each other and glued. Very easy project for a beginner, because really nobody's going to know if you made a mistake on this, because they're just layered together. And this one's shaped like a heart. He's got squares, rectangles. If you go to his website, you'll see he's got a lot of baskets on his website where you can make them like this. And these are really fun to make. And then when you make these baskets out of the plywood, you're going to end up with a lot of inside pieces that are, I don't call them scrap. I turn around and make little things like this out of, or little gnomes, pieces that take small pieces of wood. So you can get a lot of product out of a lot of Steve Good's projects with the wood that you use. Another item here, and this is the last one here, because I don't want this video to be too long. Here's a resurrection scenery. Now this one has got the stone that slides back and forth, but this stone is glued on, it doesn't slide. But if you can see this, it's got it comes with the little Jesus here, and it comes with the little Mary right here, which will sit in front of the, if you can see that, it'll sit in front of the tomb right here, and it's got the angel, got a little angel right here, and then it's got the 2 wise men that you can cut out right here, and you can set them along here too. But what's nice about this project is you can paint this project or stain this project any color you want. Most of my stuff I make of Steve Good, I stain. And this is stained a couple different colors. I left people just natural wood. I just put an oil on them. This is a very easy project to make. There's no inside cuts on this project right here. The only cuts, there are some detail, I call them detail lines. I don't know if you can see them, but they're lines inside here that come up to show a little detail. You might be able to zoom in to see them lines, but that's the only thing that is required on this project. It's got some detail lines on them, but very easy project to make. Go to his website, scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com. He's got a lot of patterns on his website, and you will have so much to build there if you download a lot of his patterns. You won't run out of work to do. I've just got done showing you maybe seven, 8 items that I've made of Steve Good, and you can't see it around where I'm looking in my garage here, but I have hundreds of items that I've built from Steve Good displayed on my walls throughout behind my camera here and stuff. So I have a ton of his stuff. I'll do some more videos on some more items that I've built, but I just wanted to show some of these items that I built, because sometimes if you just get into scroll sawing, you want to see something done and how it turned out and different ways of finishing it before you actually try it, because you're kind of scared of trying it. You don't think it's going to turn out and look good, but everything I've done of Steve Good has turned out beautiful as far as I'm concerned. Some of them are a little bit more difficult than others, but I would say probably 95% of his items that he has in his catalog are real super easy for beginners. So go to his website, download some patterns, check out them CDs and the thumb drive and all that, and read his website. He's got a lot of information on it. And you'll be scrolling for the rest of your life once you start doing this, because I make a lot of his stuff, and just I sell some of it. I give a lot of it away. We don't do very many shows throughout the year, a couple of farmers markets, a couple of shows, but other than that, I make a lot of stuff just to make it, because I just like scroll sawing. So check his website out. I will do another video on some more items that I've done with Steve Good, because I have a ton of his stuff that I'll show you. I just wanted to showcase some of Steve Good's items. Maybe seeing this video, you'll get motivated to do some of his projects, because they do turn out. You just got to take your time, practice, and just be creative. So we'll see you on the next video.